How do you get started in Extinction? What is the secret? We're going to figure it out today. So we need to get our hands on one of these. Step one in order to getting one of these is to equip yourself with the Scout, the first bit of tech gear, I guess you would call it. But let's go ahead and deploy and we'll see if we can track down one of the enforcers. Now the reason that we're looking for the enforcers is because they are a source of the oil, and maybe the easiest source of the oil you would need to make your own enforcer. Oh yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Extinction, the latest Ark DLC. I am UniteTheClans, back in your life with an Ark Survival Evolved series, and maybe the best one we've ever done. I hope I can live up to that, guys. Welcome, and welcome back. I have been away a while, as you know. If you've been tuning into the channel, you have seen some activity, but you haven't seen a lot of your favorite game, which is Ark Survival Evolved, and that's because I was waiting for this. A whole new world, whole new creatures, and a whole new story. This is the end of the story of Ark Survival Evolved, and we are back on planet Earth, and it is our job to salvage and recover this broken planet. If you don't know much about Extinction, guys, it's pretty fantastic. The main center point of the map is a city, just as vertical as Aberration, nearly as vertical as Aberration, but the world doesn't get terribly deadly as you go up. It gets deadly as you go out, as you leave the city and you enter the wastelands that sit in between here and several other biomes, each sitting on an obelisk and surrounded by a biodome, so that when you are inside that obelisk and you look outside it, you only see desert. You have no idea that this broken city is just outside that dome. There's also a snow dome, I think that's it, and there is another dome out that direction. I don't even know what's in that one. There is so much to explore and so much to do, guys, so sit back and enjoy this series. Expect lots of episodes, lots of live streaming, and number one, very few advertisements. I think I might put 0 ads in this video, and instead, I will mention 2 things. If you want to join us here, this is a Patreon server. Check out my Patreon page, or Arahli The Geeks. And number 2, it is a G-Portal server. They are the one and only sponsor I have, and they stood by me through a very rough summer. So if you need a server, get it from G-Portal. They have the best in the business. I could blab a lot about it. I'll save that for the live streams when I can really go in depth. But if you need a server, get it from G-Portal. And if you want somewhere to play, maybe become a patron and join us here. But that said, no more ads, no YouTube ads. Who cares about those pennies? I don't. I would rather play and have fun with you guys. So let's talk about how you get started. How do you get started in Extinction? What is the secret? We're going to figure it out today. So our first step was to tame up one of these classics, the Iguanodon. And they make a very good first tame. If you're not super familiar with the Iguanodon, one of their best features is that they are both bipedal and quadrupedal. When they're bipedal, they can jump, and they can actually parkour up things. When they're quadrupedal, they can sprint, and they do not run out of stamina. If you have a look, my stamina does not go down. It is infinite while riding this thing. As soon as I go like this, I start using stamina, right? But in this mode, I can climb, and I can parkour better than most humans. So you can get to some crazy places early on just by taming one of these. There we go. Look at the insanity of this. There you go. So you can get to some higher places just by taming one of these, because it is an all-terrain vehicle. Also has 4-wheel drive, so if you get in trouble, you go on all fours and you sprint away from trouble. So this was our first tame, but this is not a tame that is going to let me see the city. It is not a tame that is going to truly let me explore, because changing elevations, if I want to get up and down from, say, that bridge, it's going to be a real pain with an Iguanodon. So what we need to do is to create for ourselves a Scout. Now, the Scouts are the little things that are flying around monitoring the society. We'll see if we can find some wild ones. And this server, guys, will be highly populated. It is full of the Geeks, my patrons and Arahli's. Who is this person? I have no idea. Hello. Shalimar, one of the newest Geeks. Welcome. Okay, well, good for her. Welcome. And so this is the map, guys. It is superb. It is crazy. It is very different than we are used to. So one of the things I have been doing, and one of the reasons I recommend this mount is it lets you cover ground quickly. And in order to get started on the new sort of tech creatures that you can craft for yourself, there are three of them total, but two that we'll be looking into today, the Scout and the Enforcer. You need to gather resources from the environment. And there is new resources, as you would expect with this DLC, in this environment. So if I can find a lamppost, and it looks as though somebody has beaten me to it. This is, I think, where the lampposts normally go. You can harvest them, and when you do, you get crystal, electronics. I see a lamppost. Let's go get one, guys. Crystal, electronics, and element dust. Now, element dust, there. Did you see it? That right there is one of those scouts. It's like a little drone. Now, they exist in a couple of places. Sometimes people are controlling them. Other times they are autonomous. The autonomous ones are police officers, and their job is to scan for crime. If you commit crime against a dino, aka killing it, within the sight of one of these drones, and you can see it right there, it will sick a much more deadly creature on you, the Enforcer, which I will be creating later in this episode. So, our immediate plan is to show you exactly how this works. So, cool thing about the Iguanodon, see this metal stanchion? 21 element dust, 16 crystal, 2 electronics, and some scrap metal. Now, the best thing to do is to use your pick for element dust, your axe for the scrap metal, and that will certainly yield you more, and you could probably get some metal tools going before you really start harvesting this stuff. At least for the Scout is a pretty easy endeavor, but for the Enforcer, for the four-legged, all-terrain hunting vehicle, it is very different. But there you go. You see some of the Scouts out zipping around. Those are the autonomous AI ones. We are going to head to something called a city terminal, and we are going to craft one for ourselves, made mainly out of the resources that we harvested from lampposts and the like. And you can see, just looking here, guys, look down that road. 1, 2, 3 lampposts. They're everywhere. You will not have too much trouble finding them. What you need to find is one of these. Now, they are all over the map, mainly in the city and outside of those domes. So what do we have? We have one right here. And you can see a rough idea of where I am, but I don't have GPS yet, so too bad. And this is a city terminal. Now, my guy Dusty has already been in here and helped me, but you can see right here the things that are craftable. So, a Scout remote, 30 crystal, 5 electronics, 20 dust, and 20 ingots. We have that right here. We have so much crystal. Let's take it. You know what? Guess I can't really do that right here. Hold on a sec. Let's move him right up here. Okay, let me transfer some stuff over. Hello. I'm stuck. Oh, that worked. Good lord, dude. Good lord. Okay. Stop. Okay, so be a little careful while dismounting. That was a gigantic pain in the butt. Better. Okay. So we are going to take all the stuff that needs to go in here, and we might as well leave it all, because after we craft ourselves a Scout, we are going to go get the basic resources needed, and there will be 2 or 3 things that we need in order to craft the next level up, the Enforcer. I keep wanting to call it a Guardian. So let's go ahead and stash that stuff here. Alright, guys. So, store my element dust, store my electronics, store this, I'm going to keep that scrap metal, and we will take a look. So now we can create a Scout. So, one important thing to note about the Scout is it requires this element dust in order to operate. So before we deploy it, we're going to go collect some more. Before I can craft the Enforcer, I'm going to need another 100, which shouldn't be too hard to track down. I'm going to need another 10 ingots, and I'm going to need some polymer. Now, polymer is kind of hard to come by. You guys notice there's actually none in here. Dusty has gone ahead and gotten the oil that we need, but while we go, I'm going to show you where you'd get oil and where you'd get polymer. Polymer, instead, we are going to be using these corrupted nodules. Nodules, not noodles. The corrupted nodules. We are going to be using those, and they replace organic polymer. Incredibly strong, lightweight nodules are somehow naturally made in corrupted creatures, incredibly hazardous to human health if consumed. So you only get those by killing corrupted creatures. So, once we get our Scout, we're going to stock up on some element dust, and then we're going to go hunting the Enforcers. We're going to go hunt the things that we want to craft ourselves. Let's see, before I go, if I can find you one. Now, when you hurt a dino in sight of one of those Scout drones, it does not attack you. It will not attack you. What it will do, for example, if it saw me do something bad, it would sick its army on me. And that army is the Enforcers, which we will see very shortly. It is a quadrupedal creature, half tech, half organic, very, very freaky, and they are everywhere. You do not have to go too far to find your first one. Is this one right here? I think so. So, he should be cool. I haven't done anything to make him angry, but this is what we want. So let me work my way back to base. I'm going to take down some lampposts on my way. We will test out the scout, and then we will go on a hunt for enforcers in order to create our own enforcer. How fun is that? All right, and back we go, guys. So the number one reason I need an enforcer, Arahli's already got one. Check this guy out, right? So this is his. And when I tell you it's half tech, half flesh, this is kind of what it looks like. It's a really freaky looking creature, but decent weight, and they're able to travel vast distances to teleport vertically, so we need to get our hands on one of these. Step one in order to getting one of these is to equip yourself with the Scout, the first bit of tech gear, I guess you would call it. And so how does this work? 7. Okay, and throw it. Oh, yeah. Okay, so there. Hello. Whoa, hello. That's me right there. That's me. That's the Iguanodon, and that's Arahli and his thing. So this is actually useful when the time comes in order to hunt ourselves one of these. So every time you use this, guys, every time you deploy it, it will consume some of that element dust. So keep that in mind. You can see beavers and turtles. All right, up we go. How cool is this, guys? Are you not entertained? Uh-oh. Is that range or time, guys? My screen has gone very blurry. Am I degrading? I'm slowing down. I can't move anymore. Okay. So that's it. That's what you get. And now it goes back in my inventory. Yes, it does. And you can see I am now down to... Ooh. How much? Oh, it consumed 20 and then whatever else I had left. So it used up the other 3. If I had allowed myself to take more, it would have kept going. And I get these cool binoculars, and I get, when I have the stuff in my inventory, a ball instead, and I can fling it and take control. So that is fantastic. If you haven't done it yet, guys, go ahead and click the like button. I'm going to take a quick break from you, and when we come back, what we're going to do is go hunt our very own one of these, and we're going to do it with bolas and a bow and arrow. Very old-fashioned. I think that's all we will need to take down our first couple of these to get the materials we need, and then we'll go hunt ourselves some corrupted dinos. Gonna be fun. All right, guys. So, I have stocked up pretty well. I have a decent supply of the dust, enough for us to do a little good scout job. But let's go ahead and deploy, and we'll see if we can track down one of the enforcers. Now, the reason... Whoa. That we are looking for, where's me? There is me. Perfect. The reason that we're looking for the enforcers is because they are a source of the oil, and maybe the easiest source of the oil you would need to make your own enforcer. That is one down there. Okay, so let us, how do you deactivate? How do I disconnect this thing? Oh, okay. So a couple things to note, guys. While you are playing with your drone, pressing Alt or K will still give you your third-person camera, so you can switch out of this unique sort of thermal mode. And in addition, you have this, which lets you sort of shoot forward, I guess. I don't know what we're doing. Ready? Ready? Yeah, it's a little boost forward. That is your right click. You also have Control, which is zoom and look around, and then you have this, which, error, transient, cannot be serialized. I don't know what that means. So I've now marked myself. But the most important thing I do not yet know how to do is to deactivate this mother effer. I've tried pressing the number, I've tried double jumping, I've tried pressing E, Q. Oh, that does it. So it's E by default. Q for me. Okay. Okay, well, that's not how you do it then. That is how you get out of it, but not how you get it to return to your service. I know what I can do. Yeah, now you're going to be out of fuel. How about that? Impossible to operate without fuel, isn't it? Idiot. Alright, so I only have one... basically, what I did, guys, I pressed Q, which for me is the same as E, because I'm a freak. That allows me to return to this position, where I can empty my inventory of fuel. I'm sure there is a more efficient, better way, but there's no radial menu that I can see, and there's no pickup option, and these binoculars only put me back in. Okay! I think I've got it down, guys. I think I have got it down. So, deploy. Of course. Okay, so we have some element dust to spare because we want to show you how this is done. So 20 to deploy. Ready? Deploy it. Perfect. Now, if I press Q, or E for you, I go back to my position. If I then... I double right-click. Interesting. And that used up 20 element dust, so I'd rather not do it again. Deploy it, look at it, double right-click. Interesting, guys. I did want to point this out. While your thing is deployed, you cannot mount a creature. I thought I would leave my thing deployed and then go find it. But I can't. So scout out of operational range. So, does that mean I need this? Out of operational range. Okay, well, best case scenario, I guess. I gotta go... Okay, wait. Okay, now the droid is back. In my inventory. And that Iguanodon... You idiot. You idiot. You jump off here? Do I have one of these? I do. Okay. Ready? Hello, you stupid idiot. There we go, guys. Okay, so. Level. 48. That worked! Okay. Get killed. No, you stay. Stop it. That bola's lasting longer than I thought. That bola's lasting forever. Got him again? No! Gosh, I think I remember why I don't do regular Let's Play series. I suck at playing Ark! Alright guys, this seems a better one. Now, I will warn you that there is a glitch going on at the moment. That bolas will sometimes work and sometimes not. But this does seem, at least to me, to be the most effective method of tracking them down, hunting them, killing them. Bola and kill. I asked the community, I asked the geeks what was working for them, and this was the answer. Ready? If it works, let's wait till she stops. Okay, done. Okay, and then... Oh, wow! Oh my gosh! Don't get close. I might get one more. One more. Come for me. Come for me, you freak. Come for me. He's running. Running. Huh? It disappeared. Disappeared. You bastard. Where'd you go? Worked? Worked. Okay. Okay. Ready? Let's try this instead. That is not fast enough. Go back to the bow. Oh, wow. Oh, crap! What? I can't shoot arrows. I can't shoot arrows. We better run away. Better run away. Okay, so he's angry. He's tracked me. One shot at this, guys. One shot at this! Yes. I got him, I think. I think I got him. Just let me keep shooting arrows, please. Yes! 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 Good. That is how I should have done it the first try. I mean, this was the first try. So, having killed this thing, guys, we can now harvest it. Electronics, oil, scrap metal, dust. The only thing that is hard to get elsewhere is the oil. Okay, guys, so that was a fantastic success. It took a couple of tries, but eventually, bola plus bow and arrow was the technique. Now, what I would suggest is do what I did. Keep a mount nearby, bola, and as soon as you're started to worry about it, run away, dismount off your passive mount, and just be prepared for it to approach you again. You'll get another clean shot with the bola. If you hook it, you should be able to kill it, and if you got anything better than regular old bow and arrow, you should be in good shape. A crossbow, a gun of any size and shape would make quick work. We have now added scrap metal that creates scrap ingots at a 1-to-1 ratio instead of the 2-to-1 ratio of metal ore to metal ingots. So that's fantastic. We are cooking all the ingots we need. In order to create our own enforcer, our own one of these, we need to head to one of those terminals, the city terminals, just like we used to create this, the little drone, and we need just the basic ingredients. So we've got the oil, we've got the ingots, 500 element dust, 50 crystal. Those are all easy to come by. Just break down some lampposts. And finally, 30 polymer. The replacement for organic polymer is the corrupted nodules. So our plan at the moment is to go find some corrupted creatures and to kill them. Now, how do you do that, guys? Is it possible to skip the Iguanodon and make your first tame, your first mount? Technically not a tame, your first mount this? I think so. Obviously, you would have to bola and kill one like I did. That didn't require a mount. And then beyond that, what you would need to do is to get down those corrupted nodules. Now, I need a good number of those. That is the most difficult. As far as I can tell, that will be the most difficult phase of building an enforcer. But that said, I think it could be done without a mount. Because the corrupted creatures, guys, are insanely aggressive. They will attack anything. So you will see pteranodons picking fights with rexes. You will see trikes fighting other trikes. It's a strange and bizarre place. And you will know a corrupted creature when you see one. And the best way to find one, get yourself to the edge of the city where I am now. You can see the shape of the city in the middle. It is a kind of oblong diamond shape. And if you go out in this direction, you will begin to find corruption. You'll begin to find mutated, freaky dinos. And inside them are those nodules, which function as polymer and will allow us to build our own tech-based mount. Alright guys, the terrain is changing. I am getting closer to the edges of civilization, and I expect pretty soon to start seeing some corruption. If I turn on the HUD, and this is Arahli's creature, so I'm not leveling it up, which is why I'm keeping the HUD off, because I don't want to get rid of that level up stuff, but you don't have to travel far. See that new icon? Harsh conditions cause increased food consumption, and we now have that stomach thing. So we need to find ourselves a corrupted creature, and it should not be hard. But otherwise, it is not too hard to go out here. You do not need hazard suits or whatnot. So check it out, guys. That's a stego. It will just attack me if it sees me. And all I need to do to kill it is to lead it into something that will kill it for me. Which shouldn't be too hard to do, should it? Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Okay. So look at what we have found. A dead, corrupted stego. Okay, so I get 7 nodules. That's not bad. And be careful not to hit anything. Oh, wait. I might have to run. Yeah. Okay, but that's not bad. That is not bad at all. Okay, so let's have a quick check. We get 4 with the axe, 4 with the pick. I don't know if it makes a difference, guys, but we now have 10, 20, 23. Okay, I need 7 more, and we are going to be on a beast of our own. A mechanical, fantastic beast. Alright, guys, this is it. Last thing we need. Let us go make ourselves an enforcer. Check out the view. I'm liking it a lot, guys. I've played just about every modded map there is, and never once have I seen a modded map, or any map, centered around the concept of a city. Obviously, we had some sci-fi and structures and all that kind of stuff in Aberration, but this is a whole new level, guys. A full-on human Earth city. It's got, all kinds of stuff. Park benches, waterfalls. It's a different thing than we've experienced in the past. And I like it so far. I cannot wait to explore. And my most important question for you guys, those who have made it to the end of episode 1, is where do we go? There are 3 biomes in those giant domes. I know of desert, snow, and the other one must be forest, rainforest, redwood forest, something like that. So those are the ones that we could head to and explore, or we could take our creature up to the top of the city and explore the uppermost walks. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Before we get that far, we need to open this up, slap that in there, and craft one of these. An unassembled enforcer consumable. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that right on the hotbar. And I forgot to bring some dust, so let's go ahead and steal a stack, or a half a stack. So we should be stocked up. I think it uses dust for fuel, and I should be able to do this. Oh, yeah! Check that out. That's our guy, and he looks different than Arahli's. His skin is a different color. So I am wondering to believe if while it's in your inventory, you could dye it. I wonder. Let me know if you know. We'll figure that out in a future episode. But for today, guys, I think this was a pretty good kick-off to things. I talked about getting an Iguanodon. If you want to do that, go do that. But the whole goal is to get to this, because it is an incredible beast. Watch it move. Incredible speed. Stamina. Pretty darn good, as you can see, clicking across your screen there. It jumps, and, let me see, you can teleport. Zoop! Right? And how far can you teleport? Can you jump over stuff that you probably couldn't get to otherwise? Like that. Okay, so it took me most of the way. But I mean, check it out. Is that not a cool starter mount? Beyond that, I think it just climbs whatever you point it at, right? And then you can use your blink ability to get a little higher up. So if we were to take this up, we could go like this. Ready? Okay, and that's how you attach to a wall. Money in the bank. So this is a fantastic mount, guys, and I think one you can get on your first day. So do what I did. Go ahead and build your scout. Take down probably just one of these enforcers yourself using a bola and a bow and arrow, and you will have all the oil you need. Pick up some scrap, metal, and dust and crystal by breaking down the lamp posts, as I showed you. And when it is all said and done, the last thing you will have to do is go get yourself some corrupted nodules, and you don't even need a mount to do that. Just wait for things to die or kite things into other things. It really shouldn't be that hard. You will probably get to this point and have your own mount, dying far less often than I died. Check it out. So that's our enforcer. Let me know in the comments where you would like to see me explore next. Top of the city, this biome, that biome, the other biome. Where should we go? What should we do? And where do you want to explore next? You have done the single most important thing you can do, which is make it to the end of another episode. So if you are still here, the moment episode 3 is available, it's popping up on your screen. Click on it, check it out, okay? And for those of you watching still, click on my face to subscribe, click on the Patreon logo in order to join us here on this server, and if you ever need a server, get it from G-Portal. Those are my boys. They are the best, and that is where this whole community is hosted. Love them. Thank you for watching, guys. I am UniteTheClans, another ad-free episode, and instead I'll just mention my Patreon and my sponsor, and I will see you guys in the next episode, where we take this beast and go exploring.